What's up guys, welcome back to another one of these little whiteboard training videos, and in this video I want to talk about what I call a qualification call. And simply put, this is one of the easiest ways to close high ticket sales over the phone. So if you're struggling with selling services for say a couple $1,000s a month, $3,000 a month, $4,000 a month, or you just higher ticket packages like $3,000, $4,000, or even $10,000 packages over the phone, and you want to know how to do it correctly, one of the easiest ways of doing so is by adding what I call a qualification call. And this could just be one call, or for cases where you're selling say SEO services for $1,000s a month, I'll usually spread this across two, okay? And the essential step in this, the most important thing of this whole process, is what I call a qualification call, okay? So qualify, right? That's the name of the game, really. And this call is firstly about qualifying them to make sure you can actually help this person. So we're not just gonna sell to anyone. If someone comes in and they're like, yeah, like I can't afford $1,000 a month, it's not our goal to say, like, sure you can, like do this and this and this, and try and push them, right? Like, if they say they can't afford it, it's like, okay, that's fine, like maybe this isn't right for you then, okay? And that takeaway selling, which we'll talk about as we get into the video, right? But let's talk about the qualification call, okay? So what you're gonna do on this call is find out if you can help them, how you can help them, and figure out why they want your services, why they want it, okay? This is a very, very important thing. So firstly, figure out if you can help them, okay? So for example, you're selling SEO services and someone comes in and they have a one-man company. So you're speaking to the owner, they're the only guy in the company, and they sell whatever, some sort of high-end service, okay? They make $10,000 per sale, but they can only realistically take on 1 or 2, maybe 3 new clients a month. Do you really want to take on a client like that? Like, yes, you can justify charging them a couple $1,000s a month, maybe if they get really high ticket sales, but can you really grow them, really make them a lot of money, really get paid a lot of money yourself? No, I want someone that can really make some serious money. They can make $100K a month or more for my services, ideally, so I can charge them a decent chunk of that, right? So figure out if you can help them. If they, or even worst case scenario, you get on the phone with them, you find out that they sell their service for like £100, $100, and they can only take on an extra 20 clients a month. It's like, okay, like this isn't gonna work out, right? You're not gonna, like if they're selling like keychains or something like that, again, you can't help them. Now, normally you eliminate them before you get on the phone with them, but just in case, make sure you can help them on the phone. So if you can help them, okay? Next, how, okay? Now, obviously you're the expert, but the first one you establish after you know you can help them is how you can help them. What is it you want to achieve, okay? Now, the biggest mistake people make when they're selling high-ticket services, SEO services, web design services, anything else, like coaching, consulting, is they don't actually stop to ask the person what they want, okay? So it's very easy to get on the phone with someone and say, all right, so I am the greatest SEO in the world. My strategies have been shared on all these popular SEO blogs. Look at all these people that follow me and say I'm amazing. This is my rate because I'm awesome. That's how much I should charge, and that's how much value my clients get out of it. By now, okay? Now, a little bit that's good. The takeaway selling idea is actually good, but you don't want to be in that position where you just sell. In fact, high ticket sales is all about figuring out what exactly it is they have a problem with, what their pain is, or what their objectives are, and then offering a solution to those problems, okay? That kind of goes into why, so why they need your help, it kind of goes, but how exactly can you help them? So you figure out what exactly is it they want. Well, they want to start ranking for, you want to basically do some SEO, right? You want to start ranking better in search engines, okay? So how can you help them? What services do you sell, okay? How much money do you make from the service, to figure out, again, still if you can help them, right? So you can kind of do these at the same time, right? And you're figuring out how exactly you can help them, what sort of service they want to sell more of, which areas to target, everything like that. And that figures out kind of how you can help them, and if, obviously, you can help them at the same time. You're kind of doing both of these at the same time. Next, and this is the most important thing, and this is really what you need to establish on this call, is why they want your help, why they need your help, okay? And the best way of doing this is, basically, there's a very good book called Spin Selling, okay? And I'm not going to write the whole thing out, but basically spin selling is a framework for answering questions, okay? So S stands for situation. What is the situation they're in right now? So you're selling SEO, and I'll go back to the example again because it's what I do, and you ask them how many inquiries you're currently getting from your website right now, okay? And that's a very logical question to ask, because it figures out what the situation is in right now, and you can align that with, well, where do you want to go? How many inquiries would you like to receive per week? How much traffic does your website have right now? How many people on your team do you have right now? How many jobs do you get in a week? Whatever, right? Figure out what situation they're in right now. Next, you want to figure out what the problem is, okay? So a very simple problem question is, what is the reason you're speaking with me today? Okay? What is the reason you're speaking with me today, okay? If they're speaking to you, it means they have a problem, right? There's no reason for someone to get on the phone with me about SEO services if they don't have a problem. If there's no problem, then there's no reason to speak to me, okay? So the reason on the phone is they have a problem. What is it? Figure that out, and then you can start to kind of offer a solution. And then the next very, very important thing, and it's very easy to ask a problem question, figure out what a problem is. It's very difficult to go into the next step, which is implication, okay? What is the implications of those problems, okay? Let's say, for example, their problem, and I see this a lot with people I'm coaching, is they say that they're working 6 to 8 hours a day just managing their clients. You don't have enough time to go ahead and bring in new ones and focus on their business and work on their business because they're working so heavily in it to manage the clients that they have. Well, what is the implications of that, okay? The implications of that is maybe they can't spend enough time with their family. Maybe they can't take any time off of work. Maybe they can't go on holiday like they wanted to, right? What is the implications of those problems that they have? By simply finding that out, you've massively figured out what exactly it is that they want to achieve, or more so eliminate, so you can sell them the solution to that, right? You say, yeah, we're working 6 to 8 hours a day. It's like, great, I can help you cut that down to an hour a day or 2 hours a day, right? That's okay. That's okay. But what's more important than that? Well, they say that you go into the implication question and say, well, actually, what I'd really love to do is I'm hugely into video gaming, whatever, it doesn't matter, traveling. And frankly, I haven't been able to take a trip, a holiday, in a year or 2 years since I started my business, because I'm working 6 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours a day managing this, and I just don't have time to take any time off. If I travel, my clients would be on the phone every day. I wouldn't even get to enjoy the break, okay? Well, that's the implication. Now, when I'm selling my service, I'm not going to say, like, hey, I can help you cut your hours down to a couple hours a day. I'm going to say, like, I'm going to help you, like, yeah, cut down your hours so you can take that trip, so you can finally get away from the office and have clients actually respect your time, not hassling on the phone, and have systems in place for your team to take care of it, so you can go and relax on the beach or do what it is you want to do, which, repeat back what they said, right? And your business will run smoothly for you, okay? So listen to what they say, what their implications are, then sell them the solution, okay? They need payoff, okay? What is the result of alleviating those problems? What is the result of alleviating those problems, and what is ultimately is they want to achieve, right? So the implication could be they're not able to spend time with their family. So again, it's kind of the same thing, right? The need payoff is, like, if you cut down your hours to 2 hours a day, if you're able to disappear for a month and not have to work for a month, and your business would still run smoothly and still grow, what would you spend your time doing? And don't give them ideas, just listen. And maybe it's like they want to spend the time surfing all day. I don't know. Maybe they want to play video games all day like me. Maybe they just want to sit on the sofa and watch some Netflix all day. Whatever it is, figure out what that is and then sell them that. And if someone's in, say, a bad relationship, the problem is they're in a bad relationship, so when they go home, it's like toxic, it's really negative. The implications of that is not only that is it horrible spending time at home, it's also really bad at work. When they go to work, they can't focus. All they're thinking about is, like, God, like, all this crap is going on, it's drama, I have to go home soon, and they try and figure out extra things to do at the office to try and keep themselves longer. And the neat payoff for that is if they alleviate that pain, they can actually enjoy spending time with their wife. They could save themselves a divorce and not have to spend a buttload of money on that. They could actually get more focused at work and actually enjoy their life so much more, right? Figure out all these things and it becomes extremely easy to sell, because you're selling them the solution to their problems and implications and the way of achieving those objectives, those need payoff, right? It's a spin cell. It's a book, spin cell, and it's called Very, Very Effective Way of Asking Questions. That's essentially what it's about. It's asking the right questions to figure out how exactly you can help them, right? And that's all you have to do, okay? So you got on the phone with someone about SEO, and you did a basic pleasantries, blah, 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 blah. I'm not very good at that stuff. It's not really my thing. I'm very bad at small talk, right? But then you get straight into it. It's like, hey, let me ask you a few questions to figure out if I can help you, okay? Or let me ask you a few questions to figure out if and how I can help you, okay? And then you jump into the questions. You start asking them about the situation. You ask them about their problems. You expand what's the implications of the problems. You don't directly ask it like that. And then you say, what's the need payoff, right? So you ask them different questions about their situation, what problems they have now, why they're speaking to you, and like need payoff. An example question would be, say we're working together for the next 12 months. What would an ideal outcome, what would an ideal result be from working together, okay? Something like that. You're figuring out what their goals are, what their objectives are, okay? And honestly, this alone is so simple, and that's all it really is, okay? Then when it gets to the end, you want the outcome to be that the pain is like ridiculously high, okay? So you've talked about all that pain, okay? And you've talked about how right now your problem is that your competitors are out there ranking number 1 for this keyword, probably getting an extra $50,000 to $100,000 of sales a month, right? So they're getting $50,000 to $100,000 of sales a month right now that you're losing out on, which is preventing you from expanding your team and doing all these things that they say they want to achieve, right? And it's very, very financial, you say. So right now, from SEO, you're getting, from your website at least, you're getting, say, 2 to 3 inquiries a week, and 1 sale a week, so you're making $40K, okay? And the top guys that are out there, they're making, I'm just making this up on the top of my head, they're making $200K, okay? So you're losing out on $160K of sales every single month because you don't have this SEO in place, okay? It's a simple thing. You're just going through the problems of what they're losing out on, okay? You're losing $160,000 a month from this. I'm not going to say it exactly like that, but I just kind of I'm not going to tell them this. I want them to kind of come to this conclusion. I present the data to them. I ask them the right questions. I want them to realize this and say this themselves. And I want them to realize, okay, I'm losing $160,000 of sales a month. And this guy is offering me a solution that he's going to do this for me. He's going to help me bridge this gap and take me from 40K sales and over to 200K sales and make me an extra 160K for just $5,000 a month, okay? And that's how you sell SEO. You get their pain really high. You show them the disconnect from where they are, so they're here, they're 40K, they're down here, to where they want to be, which is 200K up here, and you basically sell them, I'm going to help you go from here to here. Okay, or if you straight line, you'll be from here to here, whatever, doesn't matter, right? You're going to show them how to go from that 40K to that 200K. You're going to show them how to go from step A to step B, right? You're going to show them how to do that progress, or do it for them. You sell them SEO services, coaching, it doesn't matter. You're going to help them with it. It doesn't matter. It's the same idea, right? And you do the same thing whether it's financial or not. If someone is having a marriage or relationship issues, okay, you show them the pain they're in right now. So we mentioned earlier, just an example, and I'm not in that situation, so I have no idea. I haven't been married before, but off the top of my head, right? So it's toxic to go home. They're constantly arguing. It's constantly stressed out. It's hard to focus at work or be happy anywhere else just because of the stress and toxicity, how toxic it is at home, and that's all bothering you, right? Now, that's the problem. That's where you are now. That's here. Now, where do you want to be? Over here, it's you go home, and I just realized I drew 2 nipples. But where you want to be is you go home and everything's happy. You love spending time with your wife. The sex is amazing. You're having a fun time. You're really focused again. When you get to work, you just focus 100% on work because you know everything's fine at home and all that sort of stuff, right? And this person's a coach, and they're going to charge you, I don't know, $5,000 to take you from here to here. Now, depending on what situation you're in, is it worth it? Would it be worth it to say me, if I was married, to repair a bad marriage and save me a divorce, which is going to cost me a lot more than that? Would it be worth it to pay $5,000 to take me from down here to up here? Absolutely. It's an absolute no-brainer, okay? And that's all high-ticket sales is for SEO, for anything else, right? You show them the pain that they're in now, and you figure out what that pain is. You really increase that pain, and then you show them where they want to be, you show them the disconnect, and you sell them, let me take you from A to B, let me take you from A to Z, let me connect you from the pain to where you are now, let me get you there, let me bridge that gap. How many metaphors I have to come up for that? That's basically what it is, and a very good way of questioning them with this is spin selling that framework. And that's essentially all there is to it. There's other things, like I mentioned before, like takeaway selling, which is essentially, you're not going to push this down their throats, okay? So if they can't afford it, then you're on the phone with the wrong person. That's your fault, not theirs, okay? So make sure you get on the phone with people. If you want to sell people $5,000 marriage consulting or coaching or counseling or whatever that is called, right? Don't sell it to someone that has a job that makes $20K a year, okay? Maybe they'd stretch themselves to afford it if they really, really wanted it, but it's a stretch for them, right? Sell it to some executive that makes $250K a year, right? $5K to them is nothing, okay? It's no big deal. It's worth it, and it's a lot cheaper than a divorce, right? And if you're selling SEO services, you want decent clients, sell it to someone that $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 is like just like a little test. Like if it doesn't work out, no big deal. We'll just test it, right? If you sell it to someone that $1,000 is a big deal, they're going to be on the phone with you. They're going to be hassling you like, hey, where's my money? Where's my results, right? Because it's a big deal to them, okay? And that, guys, that's essentially high ticket sales, okay? Use this framework, spin selling: situation, problem, implications, need, payoff. Read the book. It's called Spin Selling. Figure out if you can help them, how you can help them, and why they need your help. And that's really about it. And again, the takeaway selling thing. So takeaway selling is don't force it down their throats. Just kind of pull back a little bit, okay? This is how much it's going to cost, and I can definitely help you. If that's not okay with you, then let me refer you to someone else. That's totally fine. I'm happy to do that. But I know I can help you based on your situation. I'm 100% confident I can help you out. And if you're interested in doing so, here's how much you have to invest. And let's get it started. I'd love to help you. If not, hey, no worries, no big deal, right? I'm not like, I'm the greatest person. Here's why my service is the best ever. It's like, we go through all the questions. We figure out exactly what the problems are, what the implications are, what the need payoff is. And we've really increased their pain, as you mentioned before, and we talk about what they want to achieve and everything like that. And then, like, great, well, based on everything you said, this sounds like the perfect fit for you. Here's what I got. Here's how I can help you. Here's the service I got. And for, again, SEO, I do in a separate call. I put together a proposal for them at this point, but it doesn't even matter, right? Here's the solution I've got for this pain. Here's how you can achieve those goals. And don't say it like that. You actually repeat back to them what they want. So you repeat back to them, like, so you're saying you'd like to stop doing this and alleviate this and achieve this and blah blah blah. You say that stuff back to them, and that's basically what you sell to them, okay? So that's pretty much it for this video. I could expand so much more. So if you guys have questions, you can drop them below the video, ask me to expand. I can expand so much more on this, but I don't want to take up too much of your time, and there's a lot of there's just so much to this. But that's a very quick, I don't know how long this video has been, but essential guide to qualification calls, which is honestly the most effective sales process for high ticket sales that I've ever found before. I'm not some super smooth sales guy or anything like that, but as like a mega shy introverted nerd, this is how I went out there when I could barely even talk to a stranger, and yeah, I'd get on the phone and close people for thousands of dollars a month for SEO services. This is how I did it, all right? So hopefully this video helped you guys out. Again, if you want more videos like this, go ahead and subscribe. I upload videos not consistently enough. I'm going to try to upload them more consistently, and I'm going to create more content on this, like acquiring clients, sales, and all sorts of stuff. So go ahead and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll see you there.